Thanks a lot, Amber. Well, for many people, turning 18 symbolizes a transition into adulthood. For hundreds of children living in foster care, that age symbolizes the age that they get cut off from the support system that they've grown up with. Studies have demonstrated that just 4 years after leaving foster care, 25% of foster children say they've spent time without a home. Only 46% have managed to graduate from high school, and more than 80% say they cannot support themselves. Now, here to tell us more about this growing problem and what you can do to help is Delia Ulima with the Hawaii Youth Opportunities Initiative and Youth Board member Jernani Utob. And thanks for joining us to you both.
Thank you very much for having us, Mahalani.
Delia, why don't you talk about this initiative and what is it doing to help these youth?
Sure. Well, the Hawaii Youth Opportunities Initiative is the local site for the National Jim Casey Youth Opportunities Initiative. And what the initiative seeks to do is bring together systems like the Department of Human Services, which is what houses foster care, the community, private and the private sector, to create opportunities for transitioning foster youth as they age out of the system, to make sure they have supports in the areas of do they have medical coverage, do they have adequate housing, education opportunities, employment opportunities. So this is what we seek to do, and of course we work with the youth themselves, those who are currently in foster care and about to age out, and those who have just aged out, to identify their needs.
And the big problem is when they age out, what are you seeing out there right now when these kids become too old for the system?
Well, as you mentioned, the statistics are very grim. Many of them experience homelessness. Almost 80% will become parents before they're 24, most of them unwed. So because they don't have the support, the permanency of parents or family when they age out, and very little independent living skills, the outcomes are very grim.
And Jernani, you were in the foster system and then you aged out, and you said during the break that your foster parents helped you along the way. What was your experience like, and how are you trying to help the youth out there?
Prior to letting them stay at my house, I was kind of hesitant about what would happen, and then they told me that you can stay in a house as long as you pay rent, and I was very grateful for that to happen. But other youths out there are not fortunate to have that opportunity, so we provide a threshold for them as a youth initiative board where we create an agenda and we follow it.
And what is your best advice to those kids out there who are just about to leave the system?
My best advice is to stay positive and keep your head up. Look for opportunities out there, especially if you're going to school. Look for scholarships out there, because as foster youth you have various financial aid opportunities for you.
All right, well, Jernani Utob and Delia Ulima, thank you so much for joining us. I really appreciate it. It's important to get this kind of information out there.